my word.
Titleist GT, a new class of drivers.
Welcome to Talk Birdie to Me with former world number 16 Nick O'Hearn and Tour Pro Mark Allen, live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. And thanks to our great partners, Titleist, they're the clear number one ball in golf. FootJoy are the number one shoe and glove in golf. Driving a BMW is like hitting a perfect shot. Smooth, controlled and powerful. Ping, they'll help you play your best. The Golf Clearance Outlet beat everyone's prices. And Better, the fastest and easiest betting app in Australia. Now, from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, it's time for Talk Birdie to Me.
Welcome, everybody. This is a feedback Talk Birdie to Me. Dan, over to you, sir.
Okay, we've got a lot of feedback to get through today, and this one's very topical, given the Ryder Cup is nearly upon us. This comes from Ben. Hey guys, it's nearly Ryder Cup time, and I would like your views on the time Paul Azinger was caught cheating, allegedly, at the 1991 Ryder Cup.
So the way I remember it is it was foursomes and players were using different compression golf balls from one to the other.
Yep.
Well, you'd know better than me. So, you know.
Yeah, that was at Kiowa Island. The War on the Shore is what they called that, that Ryder Cup now.
So what were the rules in President's Cup, for instance? Were you allowed to hit off with the Titleist? No,
you can't change balls.
Right.
As in, so I played with Tim Clark, for example. I think he might have been I was a Titleist, obviously.
He was a Strixon guy.
I think he was a Strixon guy, yeah. So he can't tee off one hole with a Strixon and me with this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As in the next hole. We have to just choose a ball. It's got to be one or the other.
Yeah.
So I think what happened with Azinger, and he was playing with Chip Beck against Seve and Jose Maria Olazabal. Tough. Those are tough foursomes for you.
Good luck,
Give
boys.
an alternate shot. And I think it had something to do with compressions.
That's
I
right.
think they were playing
100 and 90.
They were both playing Titleist, but the 90 and the 100, and they were swapping back and forth.
That's right.
Between holes.
That's right. So the 90 used to spin more. So, for instance, they might use the 90 a downwind hole.
Yes. And then into the wind, go to the 100.
Go to the 100, just so it just peels through the wind beautifully.
So it was like the 9th or the 10th hole or something. I think Seve picked up on it and has gone, hey guys, you're swapping balls. You're not allowed to do that. And Azinger denied that, apparently, from what I, know. And then the rules official came along, who happened to be an American rules official, and they didn't get penalised. So maybe because they didn't know or something. I'm not sure what exactly.
Well, it may well have been a Titleist, but it's a different ball because one's a 100 compression, one's a 90 compression.
Correct. Yeah. So and I'm pretty sure back then you couldn't do it either. So I mean, it's over 30 years ago, but those alternate shot rules have always been around.
What year was it again? 91?
91.
No, the rule was well and truly in place in 1991.
So do you think they would have fired Seve up?
Oh, yeah. They
I don't know who won the match, actually. We should find out who won the match. Look it up.
No, that sounds bad to me.
Yeah. Doesn't sound good.
And how they got away with it, it's a home ground ref if ever I've heard it.
Well.
Okay, next bit of feedback here.
No, I've got it. Hang on just a tick. So in the Ryder Cup in 1991, the Europeans secured a 2-1 victory in the afternoon session. They also beat the same pair, the 2-1 in the morning foursomes, which is the one we're talking about, amid controversy over ball compression rules. That's $75 a month worth of grok right there.
$75 a month?
It's too much.
That's outrageous.
It's crazy.
How hard, by the way, sorry to get off grok for a second, but how hard would it be going up against Seve and Jose?
Oh, come on.
Gosh.
Those two together.
Come on.
Gosh.
You'd get caught up just watching them, I think.
Yeah. Okay, next bit of feedback here. This one comes from Marek. G'day, guys. Love the podcast, and I can't wait for the new episode each week. I also love the new YouTube version. A barrier for many pros is the rising cost of trying to travel around USA and Europe, and I would like to see some of the guys who've got millions to spare from their Live and PGA paydays establish a fund for young golfers to use for travel expenses. 60 grand could be the difference between a failed dream and the next Adam Scott. We can't rely on the government, and it would be great PR if guys like Smith and Day, etc., gave something back. What do you think?
Well, Nicholas, the term there, or the figure there was 60,000 Aussie. Explain to people how far 60,000 gets you if you don't make too many cuts.
Yeah, not very far,
Not
unfortunately.
far.
So, especially if you want to travel overseas or do anything like
Well,
that.
if you want a base and you've got to have some rents, you're paying rent a week and you're traveling, and you're really only renting for what, 2 out of 10 weeks in blocks. When you're starting up,
Yeah,
something like that. 5 weeks on, 1 week off if you're lucky.
It's an expensive game. I know that, to travel and pay caddies and eat and then live basically at the same time.
So figures aside, let's park the 60 grand for a moment. What do you think of the concept of what Marek suggested?
Oh, I think it would be a great concept for players to do that, but are they going to do it? No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. It would be an amazing turnaround for something like that to happen. I always look at the South Korean players, and they've got that, those the coloured dots on their hats. It looks like it's a big company in Korea that has looked at sponsoring everybody from that part of the world. And I do think if you're a company, you get much more out of that. And I know that, I apologise, I've forgotten the company's name, but I know they sponsor a big tournament as well.
Okay.
So not only do they sponsor a big South Korean event, they sponsor, I'm going to say, a dozen
players,
dozen players, men and women from who are prominent on TV in the coverage. I think that's probably if you're a company and you're concerned about paying, let's say, $15 million for 1 week's tournament, where if you paid $15 million to an AFL club, for instance, you'd get the whole lot. But in golf, you only get 1 week. I think if you've got $20 million. And 500,000 goes to 10 players, and they're all wearing your logo, and you get that all year. That's a nice way of doing it. 15 million to get the event, and another 5 million to sponsor 10 South Koreans of prominence. It's a good way of doing business. So I wonder if you could do that for the youngsters coming through. Like Elvis and some of the Carl Vilps and some of the players that we're hopeful.
It's
will
funny.
Turn into stars.
Yeah, the players who we already know about, they basically are kind of stars in their own way. It's the ones that we haven't heard about, which I think is being referenced there from, was it Marek?
Marek,
I think
exactly
it was
said,
that. So they're the ones that need the money the most, but probably what the sponsors aren't going to put money into because they're not, I don't get the exposure.
I know just in
it's a chicken and egg scenario.
Yeah, it is. I know just in my experience, when I was coming through and I started playing reasonably well, Schweppes came along and I had Schweppes on my sleeve. But Schweppes were very big because they had all the drinks in all the pro shops right around the country. So they also put a Schweppes hat on Lucas Parsons, and they put a Schweppes hat on Michael Campbell and, Craig Parry, because they had Schweppes on Craig Parry as well. So Schweppes tried to help out, and that money was really, it was hugely valuable to me in the early 90s. So it's happened before. But it's a big step.
No,
and it's a leap of faith in many ways.
Okay, message from Chad here. Guys, why don't caddies put the bag on a push buggy? Why do they carry the bag? If the caddy is less tired, surely they would be making better decisions. Love the pod. Thank you, Chad.
It's the most asked question about caddies, isn't it?
Tradition.
At
the end of the day. And it looks better.
And they can walk straight across the green.
That's exactly right. That's why I just carry my clubs these days. I can walk across greens.
You walk straight across the green. A lot of the stuff caddies do, like looking at a yardage book, you can't pull the pull cart with one hand and you can't do it. You need both hands out so you can do stuff. You need both hands so you can clean clubs. You need both hands so you can hold an umbrella. You need both hands in so many situations. And that's why if you're pulling the pull cart along with a big set of clubs, you got to walk around the green. You got to do all this crazy stuff. So it just works better carrying the thing. And I think, in our big tournaments, it's banned. You're not allowed to.
In the last few groups for TV, they're
I'm talking about like the PGA and the Open.
Yes.
Completely banned. You can't do it. Just Absolutely. The look of it. And we're big on it in our smaller events that the TV groups
has a caddy.
Because it does. It looks so much better when people are carrying the bag.
Now, the topic we talked about I don't know how long ago it was, but it feels like months ago now, which was the greatest shot ever. Actually, it was after the Masters.
The
with,
McIlroy. Back in April.
Rory.
Yeah, so that's how long ago it was. We still get people suggesting now shots that should qualify for that. And we've got another one.
Why do they bother? Seriously, you can't top it.
So
It's impossible.
you're still sticking with it.
Yeah,
Huh?
absolutely.
Well, Rich from Spain thinks he can top it.
From Spain.
From Spain.
Rich.
Right.
And we're going to play the video of the shot that Rich said is the greatest shot ever after this.
Okay.
Hey guys, I was in at the Golf Clearance Outlet the other week and I was doing some of those amazing commercials that you see on social media.
Oh, amazing.
Anyway, there was a punter in there and he was in the golf simulators where they use the four-side GC quads, mind you, so they're pretty flash.
They are.
And what he was doing, he was actually trying clubs that were on the rack
Nice.
at the Golf Clearance Outlet.
That's the way to do it, isn't
And
it?
so they had TaylorMade clubs, you had Callaway clubs, you had lots of Titleist gear. They were all over the place. And he was just going from one club to the next. He was actually purchasing irons off the rack. And then if you wanted some bigger grips or shorter clubs or longer clubs, you could get fitted out the back.
Perfect. Yeah, those GC quads as well. They give such good data. The technology is amazing. All the tour pros are using them as well. So you may as well use the best.
Well, Sam Colosimo, who runs the Golf Clearance Outlet right around the country, every single store has the Foresight GC quads to help you purchase the best clubs you've ever had.
From Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, this is Talk Birdie to Me. We're here for BMW, luxury and comfort for the 19th hole. Ping will help you play your best. The Golf Clearance Outlet beat everyone's prices. And Betr is the fastest and easiest betting app in Australia. Now, for Titleist, the #1 ball in golf, and FootJoy, the #1 shoe and glove in golf. Here's Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen.
Already it's a no.
Okay. Welcome back. I'm interested. I want to know what this character from Spain thinks is a better shot than Rory McIlroy after giving the Masters away. Hits the greatest 7-iron hook around trees over a carry to win a career Grand Slam. I'm very interested.
Okay, well, we'll find out. So this email comes from Rich, who is an Englishman living in Spain,
Half your luck.
as opposed to an Englishman in New York, as Sting said.
Yeah.
Great show, guys. Really like the masterclass tips, particularly the one on holding the follow-through when putting and on maintaining space during the downswing by keeping your backside against the imaginary wall. That cured my tendency to shank short irons.
There we go.
So thank you very much.
Well done.
I've got a suggestion for the best shot ever.
All right.
Guido Migliozzi, the 72nd hole, 2022 French Open. A 197-yard 4-iron to 6-foot faded over water to the front right pin. He holed the putt for a 62 and he won by one shot. This was the first birdie on that hole all day. You can't beat that.
Okay.
Would you like to see the video?
I could tell you now, it's not going to win the greatest shot of all time, but it will win. It will win the greatest shot ever to win the French Open.
Yeah, it probably will. It probably will. Well, let's have a look at it anyway.
Let's have a look.
He's cut it. He's actually moved it left to right.
Wow, that is unbelievable. Getting better and better.
Almost hold it.
That's potentially the first birdie of the day. He holds that.
I can tell you now he blocked it.
Unreal.
He wasn't aiming there.
There's no way he was aiming there,
Has
folks.
to be the winning
Not
shot.
a chance in hell was he aiming at the pin.
That's the best golf shot I've ever seen
think you're right.
into this 18th hole at Paris
Great shot.
National.
It's the greatest shot in French Open history. But it's not even close
No.
to the greatest shot ever played.
There's
Jeez.
criteria.
Yes.
It has to be in a major.
It has to be in the major. It
Yeah.
has to be situational.
Situational.
Yeah, it has to be
Correct.
situational. There's got to be something on the line bigger than just winning the major.
Got to be a backstory to it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, nice try.
I'm supporting you now. I'm all in.
I'm glad I've won over your support.
Are you also saying Guido was not aiming?
Not even close.
So you're saying there was a degree of accident to that?
Yes.
A little bit. I mean, he hit the shot. He was trying to cut it in. I get that, but after he hit it, you gave a little twirl, but then he started leaning, going, "I didn't mean to cut it that much. I didn't mean to cut it that much."
This is the best bit. Like we always talk about this. If you are a centre of the green person,
Yes.
under pressure, this is the amazing thing. Under pressure, when I was playing my absolute best, it'd be different from you. When I was playing my absolute best, I would hit, 4 shots. I would hit 2 down the stick, 1 to the left, 1 to the right.
Yeah.
All right? Under pressure, that's my best. So if the pin is in a corner on one side or the other side, if you're going at the pin, then 2 of them might go close. One's in the centre of the green and one is short-sighted and in this case, well and truly in water.
Bedsville.
So this is why you aim at the centre of the green a lot of the time when you're playing for keeps is because even if the pin is tucked, you get 1 out of 3 nice and close when you're playing at your absolute best. And the other 2, well, they're not too bad. And there's one that's on the green still.
Exactly.
So it's why you aim at the centre of the green because the percentages just tell you you're going to hit almost as many close, but you're not going to hit any bad ones.
We appreciate your worthy try there, Rich, and enjoy Spain.
It's gutsy effort.
Have a Rioja on me.
We will post that. We will post that video on social so that if you're listening, you can have a look. Was Spain where you found that amazing restaurant you loved, Nick?
Oh, the Bull Bar.
The Bull Bar.
Well, the Bull Bar, yeah.
Your favourite restaurant on tour or something?
Toro. No, it's not my favourite. It's just it's a little tapas bar where instead of matadors, killing bulls, it was the reverse. The bulls were killing the matadors, and there was horns through legs and all this. So it was pretty gory, but it gave all new meaning to eating tapas in a bar. So.
Okay, got a message here from Wayne. G'day, boys. I love the pod and I listen every week. I would like some advice on clubs. I'm an 11 handicapper and I'm in the market for new clubs. With so many on offer, I don't know how to choose. I can't try every brand as I get more confused. I currently use Callaway. What would you suggest I do to find the right clubs for me? Regards, Wayne.
I think the most important thing, Wayne, is trying them off grass.
Yes.
Now,
that's true.
It's really important. So I know Titleist, and I'm sure Ping, they get out to clubs and they have demo days.
Demo days are great.
Demo days are the best because you've got a trained expert with you trying different shafts, trying different angles, trying up and down and the whole lot. But the turf interaction with your iron is just so important for the way the club travels through impact. And you lose that if you're hitting off mats. So if you're a Callaway person or if you're a Titleist person or if you're a Ping person, no matter what, get to a couple of these demo days. And I know if you go to the Titleist website, they're there somewhere. If you just Google Titleist demo days, you'll find them.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple and you'll get one, I'm sure it's the same.
Ask your local club when are the next ones coming along, who are they and things like that. Maybe from each company you could get a 7-iron with your specs in general and then just take them all out and compare them.
That's right. Yeah. And look, when you get there, you tell the person how you like to hit the ball as well because a lot of the people, they want you to hit the ball high with no spin and all the rest of it. But if you like hitting low drives and getting run, for instance, which I know a lot of people do, you just tell the fitter, I like hitting the low ball. Or if you hit the low ball and you want to hit a nice high one so you can carry some of the fairway traps, say, listen, I'm not carrying the ball very far. I'd like to carry it further. Or, my pitching wedge doesn't go as far as it used to. I would like my pitching wedge to go 20 metres again. And they will help you
deal off that club into
that's right. So instead of having your 48-degree pitching wedge, you get a 44-degree pitching wedge, which is pretty common these days. So whatever your issue is, go to a demo day and talk to the fitter and you'll get the best result, particularly hitting off grass.
Okay, message here from Aaron. G'day, guys. Great podcast. I have been listening from close to the beginning. Where were you from the beginning, Aaron? I've got many questions I'd like to ask and stories to tell, including a Monty one. Oh, that's interesting.
This is good.
He hasn't told us the Monty one here, so we might have to get a hold of Aaron. But one thing I've always wanted to know more about is, can you tell me what exactly is a member guest competition, particularly in the US? I'm a member at a social club here in WA, similar to Future Golf, but Perth-based. And I've got a few mates who are members at Mandurah Country Club where I can play as a guest with them in their members comp. But I'm guessing from how the member guests are talked about that they're very different things. Yeah. Cheers, Aaron.
member guests in the US and even some clubs here. At Cathedral, for example, we have a member guest once a year.
It's the biggest weekend at Cathedral, isn't
It's
it?
huge.
It's huge.
It's huge where the member invites, someone he wants to schmooze business-wise or maybe a close mate or something like that. And what you do is you go out and you play these events. Typically, they have different formats. Might be a 4-ball, best ball one day, maybe a little alternate shot for 9 holes or something.
Ambrose is always
Every
fun.
club does it a little bit differently. And then in the US, for example, what usually happens is they have these things called different flights. So, for example, at Isleworth, where I used to live in the US, we'd have the Tiger flight, the Palmer, the Nicholas flight, all these different flights, different handicaps. And then the winners of each flight then go into a shootout. And that's where it gets really fun.
Yeah.
Because everyone gets in their golf carts, they put a little cocktail in and they just...
off they go.
And off they go. And the first hole, you've got probably, the 5 flight winners.
Yeah.
And one group, one pairing gets knocked out, go on to the next hole. Now
How many golf carts are following along? It's like convoy.
It's a convoy.
There's 50 carts out watching. It's fabulous.
It's a great thing. And for people who've never experienced that sort of nerves or pressure,
so much fun.
they absolutely crap themselves. And,
that's right.
it's fantastic. And sometimes you get this heroic shot that wins it. And every now and then it's just a complete shank that loses it. And history's made in the club. It's a great event.
And there's a bit of an ego too in some of the the American ones. I mean, it's not just how good a golfer you bring, but it's who that person is.
Yeah.
And you might know an NBA player, or you might know somebody from the Dallas Cowboys or something, and all of a sudden you've got the celebrity aspect to your club event as well.
No, indeed. Well, Cathedral's got theirs coming up shortly. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm doing the TV commentary for the golf that weekend, so I can't do it. So
that's a shame.
Never mind, but I'm sure it'll be a great one.
That's a shame because you're missing out on the great weekend. I
almost won it one year. My good buddy Paul Marsh and I, we came to the final. There were the final two of us, 2 pairings, and the other guys had a shot on us, and I think they parred the hole or birdied the hole, and we were kind of screwed. So,
is this Paul Marsh, the new CEO of Cricket
Correct.
Australia?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a good player. Plays off a 3 or a 4, something like that. Plays out at Victoria Golf Club. Loves his
son
golf.
of Rodney Marsh?
Son of Rodney.
Yeah, okay.
You got it. Yeah.
Now, guys, remember the competition we had for the golf clearance outlet to find people who had assisted wolfpackers in their journey in golf when they were young.
Oh yeah,
unsung heroes. We called it. I think we called it a local hero.
Yeah.
Local hero. We've got our winner. Now, this is a random win, by the way. We just put them all in a barrel and chose them because there's too many.
Oh,
and the other thing I will say is some of the stories were really, really long. So we might just post a few of them on socials because they're like, if we read them out, it's going to take forever.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But this one here from Glenn Campman is quite lovely. I think it's a beautiful story. G'day, guys. When I was young, I lived in a small town in New South Wales called Jerilderie, population 1,300. The biggest influence on my golf was a legend called Ian Snedden. Every Sunday morning, Ian would take junior golf lessons, hitting back down the 18th fairway. There was no practice area. And then all the juniors would play a 9-hole comp. Not only this, but he would drive us to junior tournaments in a bus. After the Sunday Arvo comp, if you had a question, he was always there to help. Without him, there was nothing for junior golf in the town. He also took the most committed junior each year to a week-long golf training week in Sydney. He was a true legend of the town.
Isn't that fabulous?
Wow.
Yeah,
Ian Snedden was this legend's name, and I think Ian sounds like a champion.
Did you have one of those types at your club growing up?
I'm trying to think.
Huntingdale had this bloke called Eric Duffy, and he was a good golfer, but he was helping out with the junior pennant team one year, and the kid sculled a bunker shot and took his eye out.
Oh no!
So in the end, he didn't play much golf, but he was he was one of these characters who'd just walk around looking for balls. He'd follow the juniors, help out where he could. And when he died, they went to his house to clear it out. And he kept all the golf balls in his shower.
Oh, really?
So he wasn't taking too many showers, Eric, but they got in there and there were 10,000 balls from all the years that he used to walk around looking for golf balls. Wow. He never gave them out. He just put them in the shower. Anyway, Eric, I have great memories of Eric Duffy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic. Well, so that story came from Glenn Campman from his childhood in Jerilderie. I don't know if he still lives there, but Glenn, you have won a $250 voucher to the Golf Clearance Outlet. We'll get that to you, and you can buy whatever you want, which is fantastic. So
sensational,
cracking prize. Hey, boys, before we go,
yes,
we are now at the time of this podcast a little over 2 weeks away.
Good.
from being on the Gold Coast at Links Golf and Wellbeing for our golf day.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
How's the prizes, by the way,
The
too?
prizes are off the charts. And thanks again to Titleist FootJoy for all the prize. I mean, we went cap in hand hoping for a few nice things, and Titleist and FootJoy have just
it's mind-blowing.
we can't get over what they've done. Drivers and 3-woods and we've got Scotty Camerons and
I reckon
balls coming out our ears
I reckon there's about 3 tickets left, or something like that. So it's about 3 left.
Okay.
So jump on the website, Links Golf and Wellbeing. You can see it there. We will be there on Wednesday, October 8th. To have a Talk Birdie golf day. And you guys are playing a bit of bragging rights between you two as well, maybe?
probably not.
Probably, no.
Probably not.
I don't know.
Probably not.
Nico, who might play? I don't know.
Nico, you should play right-handed. You should. But for the stories afterwards, they'll be great fun.
Dinner and stories afterwards.
Yeah, clinics. That's the other thing. Clinic beforehand with the chipping or whatever else you're trying to get your head around in golf. Nick and I, before we get there, will be happy to help.
Indeed.
Beauty.
All right, folks. We'll see you next time.
Talk Birdie to Me with Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen comes live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. And thanks to our fantastic partners, Titleist is the clear #1 ball in golf. FootJoy, the #1 shoe and glove in golf. BMW, luxury and comfort for the 19th hole. Ping, they'll help you play your best. Betr, the fastest and easiest betting app in Australia. And the Golf Clearance Outlet, who beat everyone's prices. Wherever you listen or watch, we'd love you to subscribe and maybe leave a review. Talk Birdie Simi's executive producer is Dan Bradley at Kaizen Media, with sound design by Daryl Misson at loudzebra.com. And now from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, that's been Talk Birdie Simi.